Saturday night from the wonderful Madison Square Garden. Some call it a crossroads fight. The man to my right, Richardson Hitchins, the world champion, a guy from the same school as the Shakurs and the Tanks, the Teofimos and all these great American young fighters. His opportunity for his biggest scalp of his career, an opportunity for the homecoming after headlining in Orlando, in Las Vegas. The route has been almost perfect, but now it gets real against the man to my left, who has been there, seen it and done it all, that came to the same venue just a few years ago to dethrone Teofimo Lopez and become the undisputed world champion. The guy that went back to Australia and brought stadium fights to the region. That didn't take any easy steps, that fought Devin Haney twice, then decided to fight Lomachenko as well. A chance for Australia's potentially greatest ever fighter to cement that legacy on Saturday night and try and become a two-division world champion. A brilliant fight at a brilliant venue on the global home of boxing. The man to my left, Lou DeBello. It's been a while since we've been up here, and Lou, exactly your kind of fight night. Your man, George Kambosos, you've been through so much with him as well. A short drive for you to the venue, a great venue, a great fight.
Well, I commend Eddie for giving out with this stuff. And by the way, this kid right here, I know him as long as I know Chris Holder. Since they were literally, I don't think you're barely 10 years old, at my fights, usually in a better state of credential than myself. And I never quite understood how you guys always managed that. But this guy's been living and eating and breathing boxing his whole life in this town. And Eddie, Eddie made an investment here to bring this to New York and give him this opportunity to fight the champion to my left, one of the biggest names in boxing still, a guy that is respected worldwide, the people's champion in Australia, but really a guy that's established himself as an attraction all over the world. And a lot of people have looked past this guy, and it hasn't worked out well for him. So I'm guessing if you're ready for this one and this is your opportunity, I can tell you that I think the man to my left is going to surprise a lot of people as he has done previously in this room. But let's have a great fight. This is the kind of fight I used to love to make when I was at HBO years ago. And I have great respect for you. I wish you the best. I know what this man on my left is capable of, and I think that everyone who comes to the theater in Art on Saturday night is going to see a great fight. Thank you, Eddie, for putting it together.
Thanks, Luke. Let's go to the respective teams and trainers. Jim, welcome. As always, you've got that, don't take it the wrong way, but bulldog look about you in terms of you're ready. You're almost in this fight yourself. Your boy looking to make history, the same place you've done it all those, not too many years ago. I remember that fight week so well. You're out there, you're arguing with T.O.'s dad, you're arguing with Frank Smith. You've got that same look about you this week. You're ready for George to make history on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's great just to be back, especially with George's had success twice. And thank you to Matthew and Development Entertainment, Operation Promotions, obviously the team in Richardson. But yeah, I've got that bulldog about me because the simple thing is, I'm a manager and a father, and I fight for my fighters and I work for my fighters. And George Kambosos, as much as my son, I also take care of his business. So when George Kambosos is in a fight, or any other of my fighters are in a fight, I'm in bulldog mode as well, because I go to every training camp, I see every sparring session, and literally I'm a part of the team. So right now, George is in fight mode, I'm in fight mode too. So I hope Richardson hasn't got a dad here, because I've got to think about dads, So maybe we should start a dad competition, I think we'll make a lot of money out of that. No, but this is great. We need a win, and Saturday night, George Kambosos is going to show the world that Madison Square Garden is his favourite home away from Australia.
Guys have been in some huge fights, and the first win against Teofimo was incredible, but this is different. Two-division world championship, something that you don't see many Australians accomplish, especially at this level. And you have a speed of confidence about you guys. I know you've had a great camp over in Canada as well, and you just believe this man, your son, is going to have too much for Richardson Hitchins.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's why we took George out of his comfort zone. Straight after the Sydney show, I already put a plan together for George to base himself in Montreal, and obviously he's training out of some big gyms and some great names in Montreal. And the thing is, the sparring partners, we flew him in from across the world, and I can tell you one thing: the guys that we use to work with are a lot faster, a lot trickier, and basically have better footwork than the guy that George was facing Saturday night. And if George is basically handling that business, I'll tell you what, Hitchinson's going to be easy work.
Go over to the other team, Lenny. Welcome. Talk about an air of confidence from over there. You guys, I guess in your mind, the focus is there, but full of confidence that this man not just retained his world championship on Saturday, but makes a big statement in doing it.
Right. I was listening to Mr. Developer, and he was right. He just here looking like quite a time. I remember going back to the Hampton ballroom days. We used to try to get in there and eat with the band. But one of the most important things that he said was that he remembered Richardson Hitchins since he was a kid. So he's been around boxing all his life. And see, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, champions not made in the ring. They made the heart, the dedication, the motivation, determination, all those things that forged the champion. Hitchins did everything possible to prepare for this fight. And you know, I tip my hat to Kambosos and his father, but and Kambosos is battle tested. This is the type of fight that we need so that we can solidify Hitchins so he can solidify things in boxing. So I believe that, I know that as a fact, that on Saturday night, June 14th, they will be raising his hand saying, it's still champion of the world, I get champion of the world, Richardson Hitchins.
Talk has been great. We love it as fans and certainly as promoters as well. But this is a big stage for Richardson. I mean, he's had those opportunities headlining in Orlando and Las Vegas as well. But this is a much bigger stage. This is the homecoming against a guy that they're both talking a lot. There's a lot at stake. How important is it to keep this guy calm? You believe he has the temperament to perform under that pressure for the
I
week?
believe that the talk is over. All the stuff that we got and all the media and everything. June 14th is the day that people will see who Richardson Hitchins really is. You know, they watch his fights, they look at some of his games, but they don't realize that Hitchins is always involved in the ring. They're always involved. So this is time. This is his time. This is our time. And this is Kambosos' time where he's about to be out of here. And you know, like I said, I tip my hat for him. So, you know, this is the type of fight that we need in the world so he can solidify things in the world to see who Richardson Hitchins really is. Despite everything.
George, then he says it's your time to be out there. As always, when there's an underdog, which you found yourself in that position before, the odds just start to shorten a little bit. They look at you, they look at training camp, they look at the way you're talking, they look at the opposition that you've been in with and start saying, maybe you can do this. You see yourself as a favourite going into this fight the weekend.
As you know, I love that but no, mate, this is not fake stuff. I'm coming to this home. Million places already. This is the trifecta. Like Lenny said, like Lenny said, talk is finished. You don't need to talk. If the fight's sold or not, that's his problem. I'm coming here as the underdog. I'm to win this fight. You've seen it before. You've seen these eyes. You've seen these eyes. And I'm here to win this fight. Whatever it takes, by any means. There is no plan B.
I think there's a reason that picked itself to have hiccups, and that I'm hoping it picks up even more in this fight. Because one thing I know about this fight is I know this guy over here since he's a child. I actually promoted almost his entire career, the majority of it. And these are two real fighters that love boxing. They like to fight. They fight as their life. It's who they are. It's their lifeblood. It's what they are. One of the things I see too much now is guys here and there, and you know, some of them, as I do, and we're not going to mention people, but there are people that get in that ring that don't appear to want to fight, or don't appear to love it, or want to be in there once every year, or content to fight once every 18 months. And I look at some of those guys despite the incredible amounts of talent, and I get disappointed. Because I want to see guys like these two guys. That's who they are. That's how they define themselves. If they're not fighting, if they're not getting ready to fight, they're in the gym anyway because they don't know what else to fucking do with this. And that's what it's all about. And, you know, people should come to this garden on this theater on Saturday night. Match price these tickets very affordably, actually. It's a good show down. There's a lot of people I want to see. I love Terramona. She's a monster. I follow Australian boxing pretty closely. Andy Cruz can fight his ass off. But in this main event, you got two guys with a lot at stake. And both, whatever you want to say about either one of these guys, they love boxing. And they give everything to boxing. And you'll see that Saturday.
George, when you fought Theo, the talk was quite similar actually. And you got a guy that came in a little bit hot-headed as well and came to fight. The first round changed everything of that fight. Do you need to fight that aggressive fight against this man? You saw maybe Lemos had a little bit of success fighting that kind of fight. You've abused Richardson as being that defensive fighter as well. You've got to stick it on it. You've got to be the man with the experience in there on Saturday. You know you can box as well. You have all the ability, but you want a dogfight on Saturday, don't you? That's what Kambosos is all about.
He's also making statements, he's also says he's going to knock me out, he's also says he's going to do this and that, so we have our plans. We've worked extremely hard in training camp and so I might take a leave out of this book and run the whole fight. Have to wait and see. You know I can box, you know I can fight, you know I can dig deep down, do whatever it takes. I can be knocked down and get back up again and win a championship fight. I've seen it all at the highest level, I've been at this pinnacle for many, many years and like I've been saying, resumes do matter. Boxing, you fight the best, beat the best, lose to the best. He's still here. This warrior is still here. Back in his favourite home ground, do it again. Trifecta on a matchroom show. Never lost in America. Never lost on a matchroom show. And like I said, proud to be here. Proud to be here with DeBella and Eddie Hearn, my father, manager, Jim Kambosos, Russian Promotions. And like I said, Hitchins. Saturday night, talk is done now.
I believe this fight's going to live up to all the expectations. I really do. I mean, Richardson Hitchins is his hometown favourite, right? He's fighting in front of his own hometown. He's probably sick and tired hearing about, stop running, fight, take the fight, bring it head on. And, obviously that's what everybody wants to see, a good fight. And George Kambosos, we all know, is a warrior. So I honestly believe, people that haven't got their tickets, go get your tickets because you're going to see something classic on Saturday night. TFM, my locals, Kambosos lived up to it. A lot of people probably thought, fuck, I wish that arena was bigger and we could have all been in there, in 20,000. Well, I think this is going to be exactly the same. And both boys have got a lot to prove and there's a lot moving forward for both fighters. And I believe Richardson's going to bring the fight and George's going to bring the fight and it's going to be a battle for the ages.
Jan, Richardson, welcome. This is what you asked for, isn't it? Big homecoming, big name opponent, everything in front of you just 2 days out now. How you feeling? This team sound very confident over there, but you believe you're going to deliver a statement on Saturday night.
First off, I just want to thank God, for being here, for all this action coming true, because I know the work that I'm putting in this been happening years before I was signed with you. You helped save my career, and I gotta give you a personal thank you. You brought structure back to my career. I said it over and over. My manager, Keith Conley, my coach, Kambosos, Buddha, conditions, white man. This is what I've worked for my whole life. This whole everything. I remember coming to the garden and watching Steel people and Kambosos compete. And I look, and I said, I can both of you guys. And slowly but surely, I said, I get my opportunity. I'll be world champion. I'll bring the system of championship back to New York because, New York had a lot of big fights through the years. New York haven't had their home since, I want to say 8 to 10 years now. Bring a championship back home and compete. And, they had somebody they could be behind. And I'm glad, I'm thankful to God that I'm that guy. As far as George Kambosos, a lot of people want to say that, when they fight me, a lot of guys game plans to go forward, hit him in the shoulder. Break it down. That's every guy fucking game plan. I think that George Kambosos has this level because obviously he's got boxing skills. That's what fucked Teofimo came at him as if he was just a regular guy. He ran to his day. He keeps saying I don't run Saturday. I'll be running all night long. And if he's confident in himself, they saying I'm easy work. I know for sure I'm confident in myself. I've been saying this since the face-off. I want to bet the $50,000. His dad said he got the bet, so hold up. He said, "Make money. The money's here. The money's here. Hold up. The money's right here. We got 50 cash. Can we shake on it again? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's shake on it. Because if you believe in yourself, you gotta move on.
Put your money on yourself, on your bed. Put your money on yourself.
Put your money on already.
Bet the fucking money, you pussy. Bet the fucking money, you pussy.
George Gavin already put his
I already put my money on the bet. I already put my money on the bet. Now put your money on the same thing.
It's fight. This guy, listen.
Let's fight, kid. We're gonna go to fight.
Like I said, you believe in I ain't this is fucking wrong. I ain't right behind you. You got all this stuff to say.
All I know one thing about you, you've spent 6 weeks of a training camp thinking about 50K.
Okay.
And you know why? Because your manager negotiated a shit deal. I negotiated such a good deal that I'm taking money out of your pay-per-view, your guarantee, and bundle seats. You know what? It's not my fault your manager didn't negotiate a deal.
Come on, let's get it done. Make it back to Australia. Let's get it done.
So much rubbish, Mike.
Come on, let's get it done. You want to
Pussy.
So much rubbish, Mike. Put your money on the fucking bets. Bet yourself. Bet yourself. Bet yourself. Bet yourself. Bet yourself. Get out of here.
Come on, you want to try it?
Shut your ass up, brother. Smack the glass off that stuff.
He's not even so fine.
Fucking skinny, right? Get it. Get it right now. Get up at 4 right now. Let's have a crack right now. Let's have a crack right now. Let's have a crack right now. Wait, you run around the front of the stadium? What you think you is, bro? What do you think you is?
What we'll do is borrow the 50K. You borrow the 50K to fucking borrow all that jewelry.
Millions on the check. Run ya.
How many millions on night?
I'm a substitute fighter.
On loan Hitchins. On loan Hitchins.
You never see that again. You never see that again. So bet the fucking money.
On loan Hitchins.
Put the best on.
Put your 50,000 on your score. Is there a betting agency? Betting agency. You got one? Don't bet on yourself. What's wrong with you?
The money right here.
That's good. You borrow it to turn up.
The money's right here. If they want to bet, it's right here.
Fake money.
Now it's fake money. Fake jewelry. We don't do nothing fake in New York. It's New York City. We don't do nothing fake.
Right.
Ain't nothing fake. You find real New York now.
Yeah, but this is that problem.
Calm, collected, ready. Nothing. This is unfortunate. And this is why I hate the whole media, they try to write me off on last fight with Liam Power. Everybody said
He's trying to
that.
sell tickets. He's getting clout.
Everybody said I was trying to lose the fight. This to show you how I can play about boxing. I said, now they want to make me a favorite. They should have put me on underdog dog, so I could really fucking shot the world again. This guy's easy work. He's a bum. He's still in my team for
Show us on Saturday night.
Mickey Bader.
Like I said, the talk is over. Whatever you want to say, no problem.
Show us on Saturday night.
Right now, Saturday, no problem.
Going nowhere.
Go make that way, bro. Go make that way.
We're going to eliminate head-to-head up there, but before we go, final words from the two great fighters. One champion, one former undisputed champion. Richardson, I'll start with you as the champion. How do you win this fight on Saturday?
Dominating fashion. Like I said, Saturday night, I won't be going nowhere. I'll be right in front of him. Bill Hayden want to say, don't run. Get knocked the fuck out. I'll be right there in front of him all night. Punishing this guy. I'm going to be right there. All fucking night. I worry about the whole box. This whole sport is my shit. This is my shit. This is my shit. Fuck all this guy. This is my shit. I already made this son. Put my take my
You know I'm a real one, nigga. I've been putting that work. World champion for a reason, nigga. Ain't no champion for I took that shit. Ain't nobody give me a but I took that shit. Fuck wrong with y'all. This is my shit. Fuck wrong with Fox.
Tell him, Bill. Tell him, Bill. You disrespect your son. You think he's better than your son.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna fuck around real soon. Everybody. Get another year.
This guy thinks he's better than Lomachenko, Hassan, Lopez. He thinks he's better than anybody.
Did your coach beat your son up? Because Jim Kambosos just slapped him upside the head.
What's up? Did I embarrass you? Did I embarrass you?
I'm just like, give a fuck. I'm just saying, I ain't care. I got boys in the justice. I fuck somebody. Who are your boys? Who are your boys? What's your boys? You know what boys do?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be no hesitation.
I'll lay it on you.
Whatever you want.
Right. Saturday next tournament. There will not be a head-to-head. We'll save that for the week tomorrow. But what you will get on Saturday night is a tremendous fight. The IBF World Championship live at Madison Square Garden on the zone. Before we go, one final word. Where's Bill Haney? Bill, prediction for Saturday night, who wins?
Listen, let's
Bill, who wins?
He already knows. Jim can't say it, Bill.
George Samuel. Over and out. We'll see you for a huge show.